event at Mount Sinai, I want to say to my cousins, the children of Henrietta Mason, Cynthia Mason, Ethel Mason, Henry Mason, Richard Mason Jr. I want to focus on that specific virtuous woman. Once again, how much, my question to y'all, and I'm here in Trenton, so that y'all can answer the question and come see me here at Razor Sharp. I'll be here all week to give your queens their value based off of their weight in gold. Your virtuous woman. How much is your virtuous woman worth? See, the problem is if you don't see your virtuous woman for what she is and who she is. Like Solomon. Solomon lived his whole life, was trained by a virtuous woman, anointed by a virtuous woman, blessed by a virtuous woman. And then in Proverbs 31, the whole chapter, he talked about who could find a virtuous woman. He was saying that because he didn't marry a virtuous woman. But going back to Henrietta Mason, the reason why I'm focusing on Henrietta Mason is because Henrietta Mason worked in the office of the mayor, Doug Palmer. Doug Palmer was a mayor in Trenton, New Jersey. If you've been in Trenton in the 90s, you will know Doug Palmer. But if you talk to Doug Palmer about who anointed his office, who anointed his every move, my aunt, my grandmother, Henrietta Mason, ran the mayor of Trenton, Doug Palmer's office. But she also ran these streets. She set the blueprint for Break the Cycle. She set the blueprint for seeing diamond in the rough in everybody in Trenton, no matter what their situation was. If you ask anybody about Cynthia's mama, Ethel's mama, Richard Mason's mother, Junior's mother, Henry Mason's mother, and she's not alone. Elizabeth Betty Red, her older sister, the oldest out of the 8 siblings. Her other sister, Aura Lillian Leggett, my grandmother, the youngest out of the 8 siblings. Who can find a virtuous woman? Trenton is filled with them. And on June the 24th, I'm telling my people at Mount Sinai, Seventh-day Adventist Church, we're about to hold the event at our home church, Mount Sinai. And I'm here this week in preparation and leading up to God does everything decently and in order. So we're here to prepare all of our families to have your virtuous woman honored, the ones who raised us. If you went to Mount Sinai, Seventh-day Adventist Church, with Aura, my grandmother, Lillian Leggett, with Elizabeth Betty Red, my aunt, with Henrietta Mason, with Mary Mason. If you went to Mount Sinai, if you went to East Trenton Seventh-day Adventist Church, if your family, if your queen, if your lioness helped raise me and my sister,